get this fired up. Welcome to everybody watching on Island Moon Live on YouTube. We can get that going. And we will be on the radio shortly, but until then, we're going to run around the table and make sure everybody's good. Tyler, how you sounding this morning?
1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Nick, how do you sound there?
I'm on. 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
clear.
excellent. Yep. Lee, how do you sound?
Okay.
Just got to remember, you got to eat the mic.
Yeah, eat the mic, Lee.
Closer than that?
Yeah.
Lee,
Okay.
what does
Yeah, like uncomfortably close. No, because of the seagulls, we have to set the gain to where you really have to get close to it. If not, it sounds like the birds are sitting on our shoulders.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah,
Over here?
good. I got you. Yep.
Look,
Dale,
it'd
how's
be
it
better.
sounding?
Like if you were in front of it, it'd be
Test
better.
one, neck check. Test one, test one, test one.
Testing.
Okay, sounds good. Excellent. Good morning, everybody watching on YouTube on Island Moon Live. We will be live on the radio in about 3 minutes. Let me get the paper up. Issue 1140.
It's already on the stands.
1154. Already on some of your stands at your
Most of
favorite local retailers.
The big stops have already been delivered. I didn't take any chances today because I got stuck last week with high water over the road.
Oh no. Let's see. Should be a fun show. We do know, is Kim coming in?
Supposed to be
Okay.
at 11.
Okay.
So Jay is coming?
Yes, I believe Jay and Lily will be making
Okay,
a
he get rid of-
stopping, unless work pulled them away.
He'll get upset if I don't tag him. Look, I didn't know he was there.
Is there? We need to get these fans off. That's what it is.
Yeah, 11. She'll be here.
Hey, is there? Do you know the plug to turn these fans off?
So who were you saying I needed to contact?
Greg Smith would know, but what I would do for something like that, I go through the PR office at City Public Service.
City Public Service.
Yes, in San Antonio. They're the power company up there is owned by the city, and I'm sure they got PR.
There she is.
It's called the PR people.
Got the city.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a separate city public service. We got your mic over here, Kim. Right here.
They're on.
I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about everything.
Yeah.
How you doing?
It's been crazy. Water and crazy stuff.
The blotter.
How are you guys? I'm excited just a little bit more.
We'll do you guys first. Going. Morning. Parade wave.
Great.
Good morning.
Do I don't need headphones, do I? Do I put headphones on?
Should have some.
I don't want to touch anything. I've been known to look at stuff and break computers, my daughter says.
There's a set of ears over there.
And welcome aboard. This is Island Moon Live on a beautiful Island Moon Thursday. There were some clouds out, but now it's nice and gorgeous from our Docks Waterline Studios here at the base of the beautiful JFK Causeway. We do our shows every Thursday. It's 11:05, and you are listening to News Talk KEYS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. And we're glad you're joining us. Tyler Thorson, Kim Irwin, Dale Rankin. We've got Lee and Uncle Nick from Island Blast. My name is Jacob Oggs. And a lot to get to on our show. If this is your first time tuning in, we talk about things that go on the island, on Port Aransas and Flower Bluff, and the Coastal Bend as a whole. We've got a lot of fun stuff to get to. But the first part of the show, we're going to spend tugging on your heartstrings. Because the people who are feeling, really patriotic after a great Memorial Day, Looking forward to a great 4th of July celebration with a lot of big fireworks. And if you want to donate to be a part of the island's best and biggest fireworks show, Nick, how do they get a hold of you?
We can do it two ways. Either make a check to Island Blast and drop it off at the POA office. There's just a drop spot for us. Or go to GoFundMe and scroll down to Island Blast so you can use your credit or debit card. And the thing is, remember that everything's appreciated. Every dollar counts. We need the help. It's the best show for 100 miles in any direction. Everybody loves it, but please help us out. Help us pay the bill.
You got Valero in again this year?
Yes, Valero are two things that saved us. Is
Good.
the 50% that we had to have in January we were short. And Pinky's Plumbing actually showed up, gave us
Really?
a huge donation.
Wow, good for them.
And that made it for our down payment. And then Valero called us up, and Brian Gully had talked to them. She calls me up, and she said, "We heard you need help." I said, "Absolutely, we need help." She asked me, "Well, how much would you like?" And I've never dealt with a big corporation. I said, "Well, how about if I asked you for 1,000 and maybe hope to get 500?"
Right.
And she said, "You're already approved for 5,000."
Did I say 500?
That's a good problem to have.
So
Well, good for them.
thanks
We
to-
appreciate that.
Yeah, between Pinky's Plumbing and Valero, we made it. So
this
we're
is
about
the-
1,000 short now.
Is this
So,
the 15th year? 16th?
I
I think we started in 14 and skipped a year, didn't we?
You know, we had 1 year that we couldn't do it because of COVID. They wouldn't give us a permit for any large crowd.
Yeah, it's hard to fit all those masks on fireworks.
Yeah. They couldn't make the fireworks, I guess.
Yeah.
But we get better every year.
So we started this in, I think it was 2014 was the first year.
I think so. That's when
Jerry
Jerry
Watkins,
and Sharon
and
did
we've
it.
never had any city backing or anything like that. We raised the money on the island, and with the help of Valero and Pinky's Plumbing now.
You know, we get absolutely nothing from any government. No tax money, no city money. It's all volunteer money, donation from people and individuals who just want to help the island have a good time and make it a really big show.
And for those who don't know, the launch site is at the far west end of Whitecap Boulevard, right next to the Riley Pete Dog Park, which is closed for the event because dogs and fireworks don't tend to go together.
Not exactly
all that
good
well.
bedfellows.
You're going to need a bathtub for them all to hide in if you're going to do that.
Yeah, the other thing we do for the 4th of July is we will close the park on the 3rd and the 4th, and we'll open it about noon on the 5th. There'll be signs up, explosives do not enter, and that they'll arrive usually on the 3rd, and it takes them about 6 or 7 hours to lay the grid. And then we bring the explosives in on the 4th, because you can't have it in city limits overnight.
Oh, really?
And so we lock it up. We don't want people, first off, getting in the way, especially when the explosives are there.
Right.
But even on the 3rd and early on the 4th, the grid work is just wires and canisters over a huge area.
What day of the week is the 4th on this year? Do you know? Anybody
I
know?
think Friday.
So
Somebody
you'll
get the
shoot.
calendar.
Will the fireworks be on the 4th, or will they be on the week Saturday or
No,
something?
it'll be on the 4th.
On the 4th,
It's
okay.
on the 4th. We try to shoot at 9:15. That depends on the wind, the weather, and 1,000 other little details. But
Okay.
that's what we're looking at, is 9:15 on the actual 4th.
Okay,
It's
that's
shot
going to be here
just-
before we know it. That's 3 or 4 weeks away.
That's on
Yeah.
Saturday. The
Saturday?
4th is a Saturday.
Tell us
Okay.
about the mortar sizes and how you've got bigger shells this year and how they go higher and farther and faster.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did. Normally, what we've been doing is we've been shooting off 2, 3, and 4-inch shells. And a year ago, he calls me up and he says, because every year in the fall, I sit with him, the man who runs half-off fireworks. We hire them to do the show. I don't run around with a. But Dale ran around one year with a road flare.
I did.
You do the annual pre-burn.
I lit it up the 3rd year, I think it was.
So anyway, we get with him in the fall, and he shows us videos of what he has new. And we designed the show so it's different every year.
Oh.
Last year, he calls me up and he said, I can get a hold of 5-inch shells. They're more expensive, but are you interested? I said, well, sure, but what's a 5-inch shell different from a 3-inch shell?
Yeah.
And he said, well, the difference is it goes about 100 feet higher in the air. The explosion is about twice the diameter, and it has a 3rd explosion. And so,
Makes for a bigger brush fire, too.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's-
When they only go 50 foot off of the ground.
Short round.
But part of the reason why it's so awesome watching the show out here is the fact that you can watch it from the water.
Yeah.
Now we do have
boat.
we got blacked out zones. We've got some red areas where there will be possible debris or the danger zone.
Yeah.
But we had people lining up on the water as of like 3 or 4 o'clock. There was already people out there
Yeah.
posting up to watch the show.
By mid-afternoon, it's just about fender to fender.
Yeah.
And the
Can't
blocked
party
out-
all day if you don't start early.
Oh, absolutely. The block is the not the Coast Guard, Parks and Wildlife and the sheriff's boats restrict the area. They have it from where the dog park starts near the yacht club,
Right.
around the corner next to the water treatment plant, and that's where the fallout is. Then winds will carry any debris into that part of the canal, and like last year, we burned down Spoil Island. And
Well,
So, what I know, you work with the Coast Guard and about 10 other whatever they call them, the 3-letter agencies to get this done. Is there a cap on wind speed?
Yes.
Or-
We worked with 15 different agencies, both city and state, and federal because we have explosives. The thing that we decide is, I think it's a sustained 25 miles an hour. We can't shoot.
that's a pretty good win.
That's a brisk wind.
I think one
Or-
year they had to go off early or something, didn't they?
Yes.
years
Besides the wind, if the wind shifts, because right now the wind will blow to Spoil Island. If it shifts and threatens the water treatment plant or the yacht club, we delay. You're talking about the big fun we had 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We were, I watch it. I've got to be within so many yards with visual and audio contact with the shooter at all times. So I'm on the yacht club, and about 2 minutes, we had 2 minutes left in the show, and one of the shells went up about 50 feet, stopped, and exploded, and so we now have huge brush fires all over the area.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I see this one burning area that is getting closer and closer to the grid.
Yeah.
So I called the shooter, and he was calling me, and he says, the fire's maybe 15 feet from me. What should I do? I said, override the computer, set it to fire every 4 seconds, and run.
I was standing there. He came running out of the smoke.
So afterwards, people told me that was the most fabulous
Ran
finale
right
they
past
ever
the fire
saw.
truck with
Yeah.
the fireman sitting on top watching.
Yeah. So they said that was the best finale, and not quite everybody knows it,
It
wasn't
wasn't as
intentional.
long as some years, but it was a good one.
It was a good one.
So if
Yeah.
anybody wants to donate, one more time, what do they do?
2 things. Either write a check out to Island Blast, drop it off at the POA office. And remember, we're a 501c3, so it's all deductible. If you want to have our EIN number or our tax number or a letter, let me know and I'll get it to you. Additional to just writing a check, you can go to GoFundMe and scroll down to Island Blast and use your credit card or your debit card.
And there's no employees involved. It's all volunteer. All the money goes into the event.
Yes, nobody gets paid for this. It's all volunteer work.
You're not paying me?
Yeah, and speaking, I was going to
Not a
say,
chance.
Lee.
Get closer and join this crowd.
Speaking of
Eat the
volunteers,
microphone, talk
Lee,
to
this is your first year in a captain's chair with this, right?
It is.
Outstanding. Well, welcome aboard.
Let's
Congratulations.
get him a road
And-
flare.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
We'll have a ceremonial road flare that gets passed around for all the.
We should.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. I like that.
Yeah, the thing is, we get no tax money. It's all volunteer. We are all volunteers. Nobody gets paid. We just enjoying it.
And corporate sponsorships are welcome. So if you need to, you can get a hold of Nick Colosi at the Island Blast. And I believe there's probably a number on the
Or call the Island
on
Moon.
the GoFundMe, or contact the Island Moon.
And we need our half of our money by the first of the year. So don't think you can wait till next spring to donate. It would be really helpful to donate early.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we have to pay half of the amount in second week in January, and that's when we sign the contract, and that's the down payment. And that's the toughest. Right now, people will help us.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm asking for money, when you're looking at airfare for Thanksgiving dinner at Grandmom's,
Yeah.
you're looking at your Christmas cruise someplace, or you're going away
Right.
for a week, it's tough to get money for fireworks on the 4th of July when you have to pay Santa Claus.
Before we got 2 minutes before we go. Anything new at the Riley Pete Dog Park we need to know? That's your other hat you wear.
That's my other half.
That park is looking great, by the way.
It's-
this
we
rain
really-
and with the palm trees and everything.
We've got the palm trees, we've got the shade structures in there, we've got more seating area. The biggest thing we did is we finally got enough money, about $600, that we were able to hire, a Ruger, the thing that digs a ditch.
Yeah. And extended we get the park gets recycled water from the wastewater treatment plant for irrigation, and Nick and Alex cut the line over
No.
to the other side of the park.
Right. This is effluent water that we got about 3 years ago, after a couple of years, and we got this Ruger, and dug
One of
it
those.
into the second dog park area. So now we can run both the affluent water to keep it hydrated better, and we're also running the potable water for the dogs to drink in the
And-
second park.
And once again, that's all supported by donations.
All donations. Nobody gets paid for that. None
We
of us
don't
get
we
paid.
don't we don't usually ask for city funds. We just kind of do it ourselves.
Oh, you have to. City doesn't give us anything for either the fireworks or the dog park.
They
It's
gave us
all
water.
donation.
We give them credit for that.
We do that. They gave us the effluent water. They did do that.
Affluent water?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like water with class.
Yeah,
and
that's
other
was something.
and other vital
all of those taxes worth
other
it.
vital minerals and all kinds of good stuff. Excellent. Well, Lee and Nick, thank you guys so much for jumping on. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got Frank Floyd joining us. We've got Lily Walker and Jay Gardner going to jump in. There's a lot for us to get to. Everybody keep it tuned on Island Moon Live. Hold fast.
Texas if a girl. Back in August, you were 17. She faced the swell of a local hurricane.
Deductible, so if they want a letter.
All right, we're going to go ahead and switch all this out. Let you guys get
Thank
on
you,
to
man.
it.
If you,
Enjoy the
shoot me an
graduation
email,
party.
I can look up the number if you can't find it. For that. It's not
Yeah,
hard
if
to
they
find.
want to talk to me.
Just Google San Antonio, City Public Service.
All
San
right,
Antonio,
for everybody
CPS.
watching on Island Moon Live, this is how radio shows are made.
I'm going to get around to talk to Kim.
All right, thank you guys. Jay.
Lights off. Here we
Is it-
go. Okay, there we
Where's the
go.
live stream?
Yes, live stream is on YouTube, and the radio. We're on a commercial break for radio right now.
Oh, okay, that's you. Oh, yes, I did.
So if anybody wants to meet me anytime, any place,
You got it.
501.
Okay.
Island Moon Live.
Okay.
No, I think it'll help, exactly, for sure. Staying out of trouble. Huh?
You don't know about it.
Everything under the sun.
Oh, yeah.
I always say it's trouble if you know about it.
I got you.
Oh, yeah. Are they gonna have them? We always donate. We always donate. I just like when we catch the.
It's gone up a little bit.
That's
It's just, it's so. The market. Yeah, like, when I say worse, it's, it was like, or the fourth quarter of 2008. So you look from Ford A here, Mustang, Honda, and then
Nice. You made it.
yes. And you know what?
I'll go over there and
And it's so
Jim says, what time do you need to be on the radio to leave? I said, I need to leave at 10. Okay, so it went to
All
the
right,
lake.
coming back soon. If y'all are jumping in, go for it.
Which is cool, man. I changed my shirt.
Well, only one on.
I sold to him for almost.
Frank, you want to jump on now or later?
Let's see. Jump on now, and then you can share this with me if you want to.
Welcome back to Island Moon Live. We are broadcasting live from our Docks Waterline Studios. My name is Jacob Boggs, Lily Walker, Jay Gardner, Dale Rankin, Kim Irwin, and Tyler Thorson. Joining us, we are talking about all kinds of awesome stuff going on in the Coastal Bend right now. We're going to have, on our second hour, we're going to have the Flower Bluff Aviation crew.
Flower Bluff Flyers.
Yep, Flower Bluff Flyers will be joining us. We're going to have Frank Floyd on in a little bit. But Jay and Lily, while we have you guys, let's. There are a few things that I wanted to kind of hit on initially with ongoing projects on the island and things you're involved with. I know, Jay, you've been involved with the Island Strategic Action Committee, which has been essential, and there as the liaison from the island to City Hall.
Yes.
Right? Is that the appropriate description for that?
Right. So we do a lot of vetting. Island Strategic Action Committee vets a lot of public input, and then we take those ideas down through our District 4 rep, typically to City Council. So
And how does the TERS that's out here, the Tax Incremental Reinvestment Zone, how does that play in?
well,
They
actually,
control the purse strings.
yeah, exactly. And they actually had a meeting the other day. I missed it. I was in Houston, but it didn't look like there was a whole lot on the agenda. Did you go back and watch it?
I did. I printed the budget numbers in this issue of the Moon.
Yes, that's why I kind of mentioned it. If you want to follow along with any of this or see the numbers for yourself, you can just go to islandmoon.com, where issue 1154 is up right now. $3 million fund balance as of March 31st. And I must say to everybody running out there thinking that they can just grab that money and spend it on whatever, you can't. That's one of the things that irks me about this. And there are other TERS that are being set up all around the city, and they serve their purpose.
We're
and
up to
that's it.
7.
But
Yeah.
7.
I always feel that the island misses out on city funds because they just say, oh, you've got the TERS, that's fine. TERS will pay for this project. TERS will pay for that project. It's not just a pile of money sitting there. How does the development work, Jay, on a TERS project? And they've got to go for public improvement, right? So it's not like someone's pool or something, right?
Right, exactly. So the TERS was originally designed to support the dredging of Packery Channel. The original Packery Channel project was called the North Padre Island Storm Reduction Project that Kay Bailey Hutchison got some money for us to get going, and then it was bond as well.
And Phil Grimm took the credit.
And yes, absolutely, exactly. So, but the money that was that's raised in that zone is supposed to be for the development of Packery Channel. And so, as we figured out that the Packery Channel is a little more self-maintaining as time goes on, then we've kind of stretched the definition of the TERS number 2 to include some other projects for economically distressed areas.
Well, they thought they were going to have to dredge Packery every year.
Yes, and now
And
it's
so
every
they
4.
set aside $4 million in you call it an endowment, permanently, you had to have $4 million set aside to dredge. And they ended up not having to dredge for 4 or 5 years.
Right, so that money is in reserve. I want to know, I didn't look at the numbers, Dale, but how did they address the $15 million for the seawall? Is it a line item?
It's not coming out all at once, I believe. They've committed $15 million, and they've got, I think it's 6.
Yeah,
It's either 6 or 3, whatever the number is. So that because you can't do $15 million worth of work all at once.
Yeah, 17 million budgeted, total estimated
Yeah, they
funds
got to
available for the
17,
project. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Basically-
and that's something that Craig Thompson talked about last week
Yeah.
on the show was you
Yeah, that
can't
was
get,
great.
with all that diesel, we can't just shut the entire seawall down. And they're also working with the private owners on
Right.
each individual part of that. But yeah.
Yeah,
They're going to cover the seawall with 6 inches of concrete.
Yes.
And from one end to the other, and then go back and put in the shade structures that we ran the pictures of. And they're putting in a little plaza where the parking lot is.
Right, so that's priority 1, but yeah, exactly.
And then one of the things I noticed is they're kind of extending the space out over the beach a little bit, making
Yes, I love the
seawall a little wider.
The new concept in the design in order to keep I hate this word, promenade.
Yeah.
But the actual aisle down the middle where everybody runs and walks, to keep that open, for whatever,
and that was designed by Ferris Designs, who is a subsidiary of
There you go.
Yes.
Well, they are
shameless plug.
they're going to start after Labor Day once
They're also going to be including, I think, 2 more stairways.
Lots more stairways.
Yeah, I thought it was 4 to 6.
So it's they're going to do 3 ADA switchbacks and then 6 or 7 stairs. Yeah. So,
And then-
And Tyler will like
And-
this because okay, go
no,
for it.
the great thing is the new cap is going to be a lot more stair-like, right? So
Not the
instead
weird
of
Are
oh
they
my
gonna-
goodness, yeah.
Are they going to pre-drill the holes for fishing poles? In the
Yeah.
Too soon. Too
No,
soon.
yeah, so we're gonna pre-drill some hole. We're gonna drill some holes. What we're gonna do is put pins in the old seawall and then that's how the cap stays on. Otherwise, the bluff rats would probably pick it up and steal it.
And Tyler will like this part because I'm going to keep picking at scabs until my point gets across.
What's
to
that?
our listeners. The fact that this TERS money, because of the design of the I guess the association itself, right? So the TERS, the one for downtown and the one for the island, just as an example. I think that makes it easier for funds to be spent on projects in this zone, right? And that's the whole reason why it was I guess built or not,
Well,
I
it's
guess,
one of the
boundary, yeah.
One of the key things to understand about a TERS is that, for instance, you got two large developments on the island that have got quite a bit of money. When you look at the budget, you say, well, they're getting a lot of money from the TERS. It's money they put into the TERS.
Yeah.
They build the public amenities, and when they go on the tax rolls, they pay the taxes in. Once the amenities are built and available to the public, they get reimbursed for building them out of the tax money they put in that comes from the value added on the new construction.
Yeah, but if we didn't have setups like this, it's getting more and more difficult,
Yeah.
with city credit ratings, with setting up bonds, with all this, to even do projects like that.
We've had, historically on the island, we've had a hard time getting
Yeah,
bond
so
money.
is that a smart?
That's a nice way to put it,
Yeah.
Dale.
So what would you guys say? Is this a smart move by the city to set up these incremental reinvestment zones? Was it a smart move?
I think so.
Yes, I mean, if you look at like downtown Fort Worth, the Stockyard District, they have 14 of them, and they have
Oh, wow.
historically. So other cities have
Okay.
been doing this for quite some time. San Antonio's got 2 or 3.
They got 30 of
I
some.
mean, not that
Yeah.
the city's not capable of operating anything like golf courses or water treatment plants, right? Come on.
well, bonds
Heaven forbid.
Potholes.
are the most expensive way to raise money,
Right.
and a TERS is it's a hay in the barn approach. You have to put the money in by building new things before you get the hay out of the barn. It's not with bonds. You borrow the money and pay 30%.
Right. So what got into your post toasties this morning, Jacob, on the TERS?
Well, this is something that we've been talking about for a while. But when if people are asking questions on the either on the YouTube chat or texting in, you're texting Tyler or myself on this, I want to be able to be able to give a good answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Instead of just saying, "Oh, hang on, let me find out." Like having someone that's been there and can actually give a viable answer is way more instead of me just kind of speculating on something. But I mean, the whole fact is understanding why they're set up and the advantage of it is just kind of underlines the fact that the city can't really do this very well.
Well, I mean, and the TERS is self-appreciating, right? So by Packery Channel, it is one of the best attractions in the
Yeah.
town. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're also doing skate parks and Commodores and a few other things. So
The bridge at Commodores was a TERS.
absolutely, it was the
Right.
first one. There was
don't,
bridge. Yeah.
Don't knock the TERS, but don't look at that as the city's wallet.
Well,
Yeah.
if you look at the numbers for the next 2 or 3 years, there's not a lot of money in the
In the
TERS.
cities,
No,
or in the
it's-
TERS.
it's-
It's
Okay,
all been
It's
it's
been
all
up
been
pretty
spoken
good.
for.
it's been
Right.
allocated.
I mean, there's money that's in the fund balance, but it's already allocated for projects, so you can't spend it twice. And
Yeah.
they did say they're at 60%, I believe, on the skate park, 60%
Design, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Excellent. That's cool, and that's coming in at Billish Park.
That's
yes,
correct.
absolutely. Design build. And that's another thing that the city's starting to do is do more design build contracting, which is actually really good.
And the seawall again will start in Labor Day, and it will. They said it's going to be about 6 to 8 months of work spread over a year because they won't work through the holiday season.
Or when the water is licking the bottom of the seawall. So
The seawall was
There's
rebuilt
that.
in 1980. It's got some age on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what was that, Lily?
Hurricane
I was
Allen.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that they probably won't work during some critical
Yeah, like spring
endangered
break.
species.
Like manatee migration season.
yes,
which,
when the
just in
manatees are
case-
migrating
Yeah.
through, yes.
Just in case you need manatee observers.
I'm getting my manatee wrangling license.
Yes.
I'm working on a patent for a saddle.
We'll be out there working hard on observing that. And
Giddy up, boy.
Outstanding.
We're going to Florida.
Island Moon Thursday. We'll return in a moment. Keep it on Island Time.
Texas Surfer Girl.
Ellen hit in 1980.
Yeah.
they overnight. Well, you can't build a seawall overnight, but they went and fixed it because El Constante, all the framework was blown down, water to the second level of Gulfstream,
yeah.
$1 million inn gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing.
That
But I
seawall
thought that
took
there
a
was an
hit.
HOA on the seawall, but I guess it's defunct.
They had a special assessment for that, for all the
Right.
people on the seawall.
Right, management district.
And the general land office sued the developers for trespassing on state property and made them. They had to stop building it at one point. Then when it got knocked down, that all came back up, and the private owners were responsible for fixing it.
Right.
We just had a thing on the POA back, give the city an easement. And within the last 2 years, they addressed that problem because one of the big issues
That was
was
you want to jump in?
if the seawall got knocked down and you're a property owner,
Yes.
there's nothing that requires your neighbor to fix his part of the seawall. So you might fix yours and have a pile of rocks across the property owner.
Reminds me of a waterfront subdivision in Flower Bluff. It's not mandatory.
Like living on
yeah.
a golf course where you don't have to be a member.
Right.
Well, that could be cool
That's
too.
why we don't have a golf course anymore.
But we're going to get a 26-acre nature preserve. That's going to be really nice.
Yeah.
Once we get the water situation figured out, which we're right there.
And then you can kayak.
At the White Cap?
Yeah, it's preserve, yeah.
That would be nice. There's
Oh, it-
potential there. It's just-
There's already trail system through there. Have you been down through there, Kim?
Well, my grandson has.
Yeah.
But he's part of the bad biker gang.
Oh,
The 14-year-old.
I was going to ask.
The bad biker. You know what?
And welcome back to Island Moon Live.
I think it's all
We're
boys.
here every Thursday from 11 to noon and 1 to 2 on KUIS 1440 AM and 98.7 FM. Also on our YouTube channel on Island Moon Live. You can just go to YouTube, type Island Moon Live, and go back and watch other episodes and see who we've interviewed and find out how things are going on the island. And I would say quite swimmingly. I know the water's getting warmer, the weather's turning. We've got
I just came back from Kingsville and got my hydroplaning for the day.
ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, they got water over the road out there, so got to go really fast.
Well, speaking of water, we're projected with more rain, and Tyler and I were talking about this the other day with the ENSO going, the Southern Oscillation and El Nino, as
Yes,
they call it,
we discussed that thoroughly.
and talking about the chance for more rain coming through, but less storms, which means less groundswell that our buddy Frank Floyd here would be quite upset about. However, if you're not a surfer and you're not waiting on that groundswell, there's still tons of ways to get in the water, right? What do you know about that?
This morning it was definitely very fun.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it might have had something to do with me getting a little late to a couple of places today.
Okay.
El Nino years, traditionally, we don't get as much hurricane activity, but just like yesterday, that big storm came through in the morning, went offshore in the early morning, the waves were thigh high. Later in the day, it was head high.
Really?
The storm moved far enough off, and it was oscillating, it actually kicked swell back at us.
The surfing was pretty good.
So there was plenty of waves yesterday. Got real sloppy in the late afternoon, but this morning it was really nice. Mm-hmm. Really
Well,
nice.
the water's
a
been
solid
nice.
swell.
So we've got a lot of our friends up in San Antonio and in the Austin area that watch our reports and kind of look at the wind and wave report and forecast for the weekend. What are you seeing for this weekend?
No rain, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's supposed to drop a little bit and then pick back up for the weekend. So it looks like we'll have waves for the weekend.
We're in the 100-day tourist season now.
Yeah.
Last weekend was Memorial, but it really it's too early,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
rained out. So
Yeah.
It was rained out on Saturday.
on Saturday, and
Well,
the other days were nice.
It's Sunday, yeah. But man, you saw the exodus going over the
Oh,
bridge.
yeah.
About
Oh, yeah.
1 or 2 o'clock on Monday, they were lined up.
Well, we even had some young lady come by the shop early afternoon on Saturday. She walked in and she didn't tell me what place it was. She said, yeah, she worked at some resort in Port A, and they just told everybody to go.
Really?
So it just,
Well, now-
the rain out and the press, the news, the weather forecasts really.
All you need is scattered showers in the weather forecast
yeah.
in San Antonio.
Well, I'll tell you what.
They've
Those
had
places
weather
it
up
goes
there
down,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. They
Another-
actually had tornado warnings.
Guess I should mention this then.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're sitting
Because
here.
when the rain
Birds
stops,
is
Bug
back.
spray.
Skeeter Flats over there under the
Yes.
JFK.
Yeah, well, also something, Jay, coming up, might be time if you're looking to fish and you're a surf fisherman. Conditions out there might not be too good coming up in a little bit. What do you see that's heading our way, Jay?
Actually, since the surf is dropping, it should be actually decent. Down south, what I mentioned in my article in islandmoon.com, you can check it out, is there's some forcing going on with the upwelling. The currents, the nearshore current is coming on shore from Mexico up this way, so it's going to bring in a lot of sargassum. It's going to bring in a lot of crazy stuff. If you guys like your sea hearts and things like that, now would be a good time to head south and go check those out. But unfortunately, they are still dredging the Mansfield Channel, and so the last 5 miles of the seashore is still closed for the foreseeable future.
Well, I heard it was open. Are
I
we
heard
sure?
Ashley said on only pins that it was open. She went down there.
Well,
yeah,
you heard it here first.
Right, and that's a good idea because that's when you go down there, you can go chase tarpon.
Yes, the farther south you go. Yes,
Go
chasing
down Triangle of
tarpon.
Manatees.
Right,
Oh, yes.
exactly. So yeah, the freshwater coming out of the passes. We also discussed that the other day as well. That freshwater signature coming out of the Aransas Pass, Packery Channel, and Port Mansfield, that attracts the tarpon. What it actually does is it attracts the menhaden, fish about this size, and the tarpon key in on those. So for you tarpon fishermen, it's late May.
Brought to you by rain.
Freshwater.
What's-
they do-
Time to hit it.
What's
we
running
see
in the
those.
passes? I've been seeing fisher persons out there. What are they catching?
Redfish and
Usual
yeah.
stuff.
And jacks
Usual
too,
stuff,
Yeah.
There's a lot of jack crevalle out there right now.
and they are
Definitely.
brutal
Something that
fighters.
Lily
They're
likes.
not yellowfin tuna, by the way.
No.
You'll find out when you taste
Not
one.
yellowfin tuna, right? Yeah.
I saw three guys
Jetty
dragging three
tuna.
of them, foot and a half, 2 feet long, off the North Jetty in Port Aransas a couple of weeks ago.
I was just going to ask if anyone knows when they're actually going to open it up to get to the 60s.
Well, that's what we were just
That's what
talking
you
about.
say they did.
If it is,
They
I guess it
just
is.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
they just
Yeah.
did.
We think.
Ashley said it only
We
had
Nathan
2
has
receipts.
been in
address.
contact with the park people down there,
Oh.
and he got a notification from a
Well,
guy
they're so-
last week.
They're so
Yeah.
good at putting
And-
out public information.
Well, we've been keeping it quiet because he's heading down tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't going to
Gotcha.
spread the word until he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
his exploratory in.
So you surf the North Jetty down there?
Yeah, the North Mansfield is, well, I'm going back 50, 60 years. It's one of the best waves in Texas. As a
Really?
rule. But it's difficult to get to, and you've got to strategically hit it.
Yeah.
So you can go down there and have nothing. And even this trip tonight that Nathan's going on is the forecast a week ago was showing a solid swell coming in tomorrow. Low tide run tonight, low tide run tomorrow night. So you could run down, camp, surf all day, come back.
And a lot of the
Now the
driving.
swell's dropping tomorrow, so hopefully there'll still be some.
Right.
So you
You got
can
an-
also fish.
You have
I
an
mean,
event
Well,
coming
you can
up.
also
Oh, yeah.
fish.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of poles going down with them.
And Frank, one of the best breaks that I've had down south around the Mansfield jetties was actually in between them dredging it, and it was actually in between the jetties, right in the middle of the
Yeah.
channel. It was one of the best breaks because it was left.
The swell
right?
lines up
'Cause I'm
perfectly, yeah.
goofy, so I like it
Yes.
left. Yeah.
And you surf wrong.
Oh, you do too. I've seen you.
So you got an event coming up, don't you, Frank?
On Father's Day weekend, on the Saturday, the day before Father's Day, we're going to do a kayak demo
Oh,
day.
that's a good point.
Got all the e-pedals
See
that
that.
you've seen and
Yeah.
tried, and then
I've been seeing
pedal
those-
drives and paddling.
Those hydrofoil things where they raise people up out of the water.
Yeah, I'm staying away from that.
Yeah. How do you control the speed on those things?
As
I
long
watched
as you-
somebody on it and I thought that looks really hard
the,
to do.
The surfing one, the one at the beach,
This one? No, this guy was going
It
down
had
the
a, it was a
channel.
In the
jet foil,
canals.
yeah.
it has a motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you make
There's a
tell
little
it how
controller.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
it.
He's got a little remote.
Okay, I wondered- that's what I
They're
wondered.
kind of cheating. They got a little remote, a motor there.
that is. Do you have to have a Texas license on those?
Now that's a good question.
Right?
That
E-foil.
is absolutely.
got a
Well,
motor.
now Chief Markle
Got a
knows
motor.
about it, so they'll be.
yeah.
They'll be
Sorry, kids.
Oh, thank God. That's all I can say. That'd be another one, the canals now, the streets.
Oh, they'd be
the canals.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
After we had the chief on this show talking about it, I noticed a distinct drop off in the number of electric bikes running around the island since then. I think the word kind of got out. They confiscated I think 12 or 15 of them
Oh, they did.
last week.
Including-
not
Well,
out
mine
here.
was at Trey was in Port Aransas schools, and you know what? I got him a job at Island Time Sushi. He is the dishwasher almost every night. That kid has a job. He's not going to be e-biking it anymore.
So the day before Father's Day.
Day before Father's Day on
And
that
where?
Saturday.
And where?
We're going to do it at just by the Packery Channel Bridge on the Port Aransas side to the west. There's that pond right there.
Yeah.
Tends to be a great place unless we have an Alberto,
Yeah.
which floods it for 4 months.
Well, we're in hurricane
Yeah.
season now.
Yeah,
South
but
of
it's
me.
over there. It's protected. It's shallow. So if you worry about falling off that SUP, you can just stand right up.
Yeah.
Well, if we
it's
get
been a good spot.
If we get a big storm this year, if you could take your board and get over by the Don Patricio Bridge and that sand dam collapses, you're going to get a nice wave right down that channel for a little while.
Yeah, it
You
could
probably
be
get a
interesting.
ride all the way into
It'll
the
be
main
moving.
channel if you can make that turn.
I could take it home, but I can't make the corners wouldn't work right.
Yeah, that could be a problem. So coming up before Father's Day and this weekend, good surfing. It sounds like.
Sounds like we'll have waves this weekend. And El Nino, like I say, we don't get as many storm swells from hurricanes, but we get storms like what we've had the last many nights and early mornings.
Yeah.
And they'll go offshore and a lot of times kick back a swell behind them.
They mentioned they closed Bob Hall Pier today and tomorrow because they had the rain delay. They were going to work on it. So surfers, I guess you have to stay away from it too. At least parking by
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you know.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you want concrete on your head. But no, they're actually doing some of that pouring over there. So you should be out of the way. You just can't walk out there right now.
Dang it, I just had my drill charge back up.
Oh, did you? Yeah, get that rotary saw.
Battery was fully on there.
No, they stopped that for the most part.
Good.
It looks
And
good.
charging on the pier will begin when they can finish the
We talked to
concierge-
Scott Cross,
yeah,
and
the
he says
concession.
Chesney, trust me, is really on that because I
Yes.
talked to him at one of those Coastal Bend Parade of Homes, and he said, "Oh yeah, as soon as we can charge them, we're going to charge them because what they don't like is the reckless behavior out there and people camping and doing all that kind of stuff, which
Yeah.
can happen if you're not charged."
Yeah, well, and as the changes come with the development in front of Bob Hall Pier, I know we've got a picture of the 2 lifeguard stands that are going to be posted up there on the north and south
They
side.
went all out this year. They
It's-
repainted
yeah.
them.
Well, and there's the question of the ADA access to the pier, parking access, where people can and can't line up.
They're going to start working on that, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah, I keep trying to
Small
convince
parking
Scott
lot.
Cross to put those flat top picnic tables back out there, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls tended to.
Where are they going to sunbathe
Well,
if they
yes.
can't get on top of the table?
That was the best place to sit there and watch everybody
I was gonna
surf.
say
You
the
jump up
crowds
there
were
with a
everywhere.
burger and hide it from the seagulls, and then sit there and watch your friends surf.
Maybe they can crawl up on the roof of the new restaurant.
Well, that's why we have the restaurant. Yeah, no, don't tell people there's a second floor on the restaurant.
No.
Please.
We remember how that
You
happened
promised.
the first time.
So what does anybody know what the layout of the parking lot or
So
safety pad
One-
is going to be?
what I heard was ADA compliance because
And
of
fire
city
trucks.
regulations
Fire.
will be there. The old parking lot, that old school one that was there, will probably not happen. It
Yeah.
will probably be
No.
just sand. And
We had Scott Cross on this show a couple of weeks ago, and he said they're going to replace the road through there by the dunes.
Yeah.
But the parking lot, basically, you're going to park on sand unless you're ADA, and they got a pad that's required by the city for fire trucks and emergency
Right.
vehicles.
Yeah. do a
which
turnaround,
is,
but-
which is unfortunate because if you're driving down from Austin in your Prius and you've got your board on top, you'll get stuck in the sand before you even get to Bob Hall.
What they have been doing because
the
I have
crowd
a
down.
two-wheel drive, they have been grading that area, the
they'll
road.
grade it, yeah.
They'll grade it every day, and it's
Yeah.
sometimes it's dicey and sometimes it's okay, but a lot of times with that high tide coming up, it'll count on your car getting pretty wet.
But just drive a rental car because a rental car will go through anything.
Yes, exactly.
We had one stuck in front of the seawall here last week. That was pretty colorful. I actually got a couple other photos in the Island Moon of recent high tides
Yeah.
that have been here, which they're not nuisance tides yet, Jay, are they?
No, these are our normal spring
spring high
tides.
tides.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
When
we
they-
expected
The
those.
water's been up in the parking lot a little bit here, I noticed. It's
When
been
do they
really
hit
high.
nuisance tide level?
When we have them in July and August.
When
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
drive down the beach
You
without
can't-
driving in salt water.
Thank
When
you.
you can't throw top waters at trout. Oh,
Yes, that too.
That when we
That's
have
a
the cold
nuisance
water
tide.
upwelling.
Yes.
Yes, and speaking of high tides, we got the list of the hurricane names for 2026. Arthur, Berta, Cristobal, Dali, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo,
Ollie.
Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, Wilfred, and Oggs.
Oggs.
That last one is just me going crazy at some point.
Well, how
this
come
time.
that? See, we've
It was
already
called
had
Hurricane
Dolly.
Oggs.
We've had
So
3 Dollies. We
Dolly
got
and Hannah are back on.
Yeah, why can't we just make
Really
them something
recycling
fun?
Names. Yeah, well, yeah, Hannah. That's 2 N's this time, not 1.
Oh,
Which that
Wasn't that
because
what
it
got
was
the
an
Bob
actual
Hall
name
Pier?
storm. Yeah,
Yes.
that was the one that took down Bob.
Yeah.
They're giving her another shot under
We
a
got a
different
new
surname.
pier,
Yeah,
so
under a
Hannah
different
gets
name.
another shot.
Why don't
Over
we
the
give them
test.
Indian names or something? Like,
and downtown, when Hannah, did you see what it did at that private boat marina?
Yes.
Yes, it took that one down, and also on the T heads. I mean, that had a huge undertow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the one that got the bulkheads, was it? That was that wasn't Hannah.
That was Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roberto.
Yeah.
Alberto.
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 Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alfredo's a sauce.
I was
That's
thinking
what
of fettuccine. Yeah.
I guess it's new.
Alfredo's a guy that named
Lunchtime.
the guy who fixed
Right
it.
now, I'm hungry, Frank. Thank you.
But
Nope.
they,
So
but
they're
they
saying-
have Alfredo upstairs.
We've
It
got
was
about
pulled
one
off,
more minute
yeah.
till our
13, I think, named storms. I
That's
think
great.
is what they said.
yeah 13 name. They're predicting, including us in the Atlantic, 3 to 4 major.
I'm going to
hurricanes.
pick Marco. That's the name
Marco.
I'm
I'll
rolling
take
with.
I'll take Paulette just for fun.
She's not on the list.
She's on the list.
Yeah.
Is
she
Paulette's
really,
on the list.
Paulette?
Yeah.
It's about 13 down though, so we'd have to have a lot of.
Yeah, it's a
activity
pretty
to get
active
there.
season for us.
I
to
don't
get
think
to
we
follow.
got very
That'll be
far last year.
September-ish, October.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
before
Right
election.
during- right before elections.
Yes, we mentioned that yesterday at the Moon office.
She's an angry storm.
Hurricane
Well, I actually
Paulette. Just
I was
time
living in
for-
South Florida, and my friend was getting a divorce from his wife named Irene. And right in the day he got served the paperwork, we got slammed by Hurricane Irene, came in off the Atlantic, blew our weatherman clear across the parking lot into an oleander bush.
Oh, God.
Funny. Excellent. We're going to take a quick break on Island Moon Live. Everybody hold fast.
To the Gulf of Mexico. Dukes of Hazzard underneath the Flagler Bridge. On down the Coffee Channel.
Oh, my gosh. Let's do it.
Yes, they were buzzing around town the other day.
I had the strangest thing happen. So I had to go to we've been really busy. So April was busy here, so we went to Fredericksburg. And at 5:15 this morning, I got pulled over in Mathis because I just worked all the days and nights, and then I go to sleep. So he pulls me, he goes, "Ma'am, were you speeding?" I go, "I have a bunch of laundry behind me. Does it look like I am?" He goes, "Yeah, you're going 92. I go, "Are you serious?" I was following the trucker. He goes, "Ma'am, you weren't, but I'm getting off. I'm going to write you a ticket, but I have a question. What do you think about the water situation?"
Oh my God.
No kidding.
Well, my license plates. And so we chatted. What a nice young man.
On that side. Just
Oh, mosquitoes?
Yeah.
no. What Tyler? Bro, there's one. No, on the it's like just a little black part from the headphones.
Oh, the phone.
It's time for
So
new
you went all the
headphones.
way to Fredericksburg and back this morning?
Yesterday. Yeah, I left about.
You ran into Tammy Faye. I don't know.
Oh, God, I probably did. Beside me did. Holy cow, it's that phone.
Can you cry on cue at the bottom of the hour? We're
Like,
losing
like
affiliates.
I can when I threatened her, I can't.
Please, the Island Blast.
Maybe she could turn on the waterworks right at the bottom of the hour and the top of the hour. We're losing the affiliates in Utah.
Any last minute stuff we need to get to? Want to hit before the top of the
I
hour?
want to talk some real estate.
Yes.
Boudin says hello, by the way, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting
Dan-
until we
Dan
get back
Watkins,
on.
Yeah.
And he's going to call you out on your kayak too.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. He is for sure. I've got new stuff going on, so I'll be Johnny on the spot, like focused.
Johnny on the spot. I haven't seen a lot of surfers out on the jetties. I mean, maybe I was just going at a weird
30.
time.
I counted 30 Memorial
Really?
Day weekend at one point in time.
Wow.
Off of the
Beautiful
Packery camp.
weather. I thought, even though it rained, it was fun.
Yeah.
We went fishing
30's
that
not that
Saturday.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that place. 30's
I went down to
not a problem.
Clayburg.
It was a longboard wave.
It was, we got zonked. So Ty Malphus was there. We were 4 inches short of a keeper. You couldn't stretch 4 inches on a
That's
redfish.
pretty tough.
That was tough.
You just
But
small-
we had a lot of fun. The dolphin are all in our canals. Like,
That's right, my friends, and it's always a party on Island Moon Live here on 1440 KUIS 98.7 FM. My name is Jacob Boggs. We got Frank Floyd, Jay Gardner, Dale Rankin, Kim Irwin, Tyler Thorson, and a lot more of show coming up for you. We're going to take you to the top of the hour on the radio, then we're going to jump over to the news broadcast for an hour, and then you can join us again on from 1 to 2 on 1440 and 98.7 when we're going to talk to the Flower Bluff Aviation crew. Guys just finally got a plane all built and up in the air, and we'll
Flower
be
Bluff
talking
Air Force.
Yes, exactly. Hornets taken to the skies. It's awesome. But as things are moving and we're jumping into summer, Kim, you're our resident real estate expert, among other things, and wanted to get kind of your initial outlook going towards summer for kind of real estate
the market
moving.
doing?
Are we still in a buyer's market?
Yes, we are. You know, right now for April, we're always like about a month behind on statistics. So our market went up 6.2% across the board, but we're
Sales?
still down on sales, just sales. But we're still down about 15.2%. So
From last year?
oh
Or?
yeah, it's from last year. They compare
Okay.
the previous year.
Okay, gotcha.
But our days on market are 147. That's looking good because 4 months, 120. We're headed the right
That'll
direction.
probably drop some in the summer, won't it?
You know what I've found with hurricanes or hurricane scares? A human being's short-term memory is short.
Yeah.
It is short. A couple weeks later, oh, hurricane, whatever, let's go buy some more properties. But you get the bottom feeders after hurricane, like in Port Aransas after Harvey.
Yeah.
They set the pace because they come in like a swarm, not of hornets, but a swarm. And they make all these low offers and they do buy stuff. But what it does, it sets a benchmark for real estate, and then regular buyers can come in. One thing I've noticed, though, like for Port Aransas and Padre Island, is after Hurricane Harvey, people who couldn't typically afford to buy an island home or in Port Aransas, they actually got to get a second home that was affordable. And they still have it, a lot of them. It wasn't the people trending in, looking to make money, make big rents, and then leave. They were actually homeowners.
Well, and that's something that, Dale, you and I were talking about is cost of rent on the island, and you've seen a few more condos coming on the market. You think that's going to kind of continue?
Sounds to me like, and you know this, Kim, it sounds like people are selling some of their short-term rentals.
Oh, yes, they are.
Is the market
what's
tight or
going on
bad or
with that?
what?
Well, let me give you a couple examples of the reason. Well, the HOA, there's special assessments. You know, when you move to the island, you pay to play. That it is what
Absolutely.
it is. But when you're with the a condominium association, you're subject to the special assessments. So you might say no, but you still have to pay it. And there's a few of these condo regimes out here that have some major assessments. But the taxes were killers. So I was talking with Selena Boggs. You should have her on here. She is scary smart on property taxes. She knows the laws better than the legislatures, and I don't say that lightly. She's good. But anyway, we were chatting and visiting. There was a law called the Stryker Law last year that said that they wouldn't raise your property taxes. They would wait till this year. So I
Yeah.
got my Rockport office.
Oh.
It was almost $1 million. I about hit the bridge when I saw that. So I called them up and casually said, would you like to buy it? And they said, no, but you should consider yourself lucky. I said, really? Why is that? Because the Stryker Law said you didn't have to pay high taxes last year, but this year. But I had an appraisal bona fide. So we still got them down, but it's hard, like for a condo and it's a second home. It's hard to fight it because it's not homesteaded, and some people don't know how to fight them.
Or they don't live here.
They don't live, and,
Yeah.
and you know what? They complain about it, and then they pay it anyway.
Do we
That's
know
they
what
should never
percentage
do.
of our homes are second homes for people?
It's getting to be a little bit less because they're becoming primary, but it used to be about a fourth of the market. But it's hard telling because some of them you don't know if they're actually renting or a true second home. I see families coming in, like the sons or grandson and families. It's a hard one to
I got a
figure
couple of
that
those
one.
on my street.
Right.
On my street, probably half the homes are second homes, and probably a quarter of them are owned by families. They come in, a bunch of vehicles all at once.
So is it like a timeshare or something?
No, I think it's families.
Not fractional ownership.
It's,
They tried that on Mustang Island. It did not work.
I was messing
Really?
with Kim for you guys
You
there
did.
in the audience.
Well, so what about the short-term rental market? Is it up, down, holding steady?
It'll start picking up, but if I look I looked at Airbnb before I came to the show. You know, they have seasonal pricing. So say
They
you have
do.
a condo like, let's just say El Constante.
Yes.
So you have the golf front side, the pool view. You got to know where to price it.
Right.
So if most everything is rented, you can seasonally adjust it. Like April, my daughter takes care of all of our Airbnbs. So I look at the rents coming in every week. I go, how come we're short? She said it wasn't rented that month, Mom, or that week, so we adjusted the price. So with Airbnb, you can seasonally adjust it, which is good.
Right.
I'm like, some money is better than none because you got insurance, taxes.
So if you're going to book an Airbnb, wait till the last day.
Well,
Yes, you can.
We had some friends.
Right,
can.
which we're doing that. Lily and I have to fly out to Miami Beach in the morning, and so yeah, we looked at Airbnbs yesterday
Oh,
versus
yeah?
today. Yeah, it was like $20 a night cheaper.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really?
Well, I
Yeah.
have some friends that will only go on vacation down to South Padre end of September, kind of almost beginning
After
of
school
October.
started, yeah.
School started. All the rates dive down. No one's around.
Yeah.
It's like them and the bartender hanging out, you know, and a
Yeah.
couple locals, and they just love it. It's
We
a
have a
great
low.
way. Yeah.
We see all the school buses that come in early May from all their kids taking senior trips.
Yeah.
And as soon as they leave, all the condos empty out.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
we got a little lull before we hit the season, which I guess now this is probably going to be a pretty big season because we think of high gas prices running people off, but it also drives
makes
up
the-
airplane.
It makes the drive market a
Yeah.
lot more attractive.
Oh,
Kim,
yeah.
how are you doing on inventory out on the island?
Inventory is going up, as a matter of fact. You know, the water situation, unfortunately, has had a negative effect on our market.
Really?
So,
Okay.
yeah. You know, I actually was supposed to climb Mount Kilimanjaro at the end of June, a special birthday for me. I've been training for like a year.
Wow.
And it's a water situation. I can't. Well, we don't have time. I get probably 4 to 8 to 10 calls a day, and they require talking calmly. It's going to be all right.
Right.
Somebody's going to find water
Bet your
somewhere.
head, everything's going to be fine.
What's
is.
the hottest cream puffs that are selling right now? What's your
Okay.
hottest? Yeah, what's hot selling?
Okay, the two things is interior lot homes, oddly enough, have held always their value through bad markets like the fourth quarter of 08 to like 2012, 2013. They held value. They're holding it now. And the waterfront, like the cheaper, like under 500,000, there's homes on the water selling under 500. So that's why the other reason with the condo market is why pay that much for a condo when you can buy a house.
Right.
But the house would need to be remodeled. It's not like perfect.
And if you're getting that place on the water, you can come on Father's Day weekend that Saturday to the kayak and what all are you going to have, Frank? Kayak,
Kayaks,
SUPs?
SUPs, motorized pedal and paddle kayaks.
Awesome. If you've got any questions or want to check out stuff before, just go to Wind and Wave right on the north
Yeah.
end of the JFK Causeway.
Right, and you know, maybe in the STRs we need to get one of those atmospheric water generators. Maybe
Right.
maybe that would bring more people in. I don't know. There's some people selling those around town.
That would be cool. I mean, we're getting on Airbnb site. Can we flush the toilet?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my- are
they
you
don't.
serious?
They really think we don't have water to flush the toilet.
You should just tell them, just come in the week. We have pee in the backyard Thursday.
I'll give you 5 gallons of water from
Part of
HEB.
our water conservation.
Excellent. Well, everybody stick around. We're about to take a break for some KRIS news, and then we'll be back from 1 to 2 for another episode, or I guess the rest of our episode of Island Moon Thursday. And everybody hold fast. We will talk to you soon.
Allentown, bring your salt and lime and say, thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. We're getting that GA, it's gonna open soon. I know it's true, 'cause we're headed in the island moon. Never have to leave, you're gonna see, 'cause nothing good ever happens.
And went back to Nashville. Didn't do a contingency, but they were going to get a loan. In Nashville, they said, "Didn't you hear Corpus Christi is out of water?"
Right.
They did not want to do the loan.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
So
just
we
don't
are
think
we are way outside of.
Well,
our
even in New
boundaries.
York Times and
Everywhere.
it's been all
The
over.
press
but
blows everything so out of control. Just over
After I,
weather, they,
after I
Well, it's like
listened to
sensational.
the city
That's what
manager
everything is now in
saying-
news.
Everything's
I just don't think
Everything
we're
is
gonna
that
hit
way. Yeah.
Water
television. It's like
ration.
they have
They'll
like
got this-
woman killed
they're
by
doing
so and so, and it's like
recycling
in Indiana. It's like what the hell does that have to do with Corpus Christi?
It's looking a little better, but if we don't have these rains or like the hurricane, it'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Especially just taking a drive, you know, and looking even Lake Corpus Christi gives you a good idea. But
They got rain in the watershed. That should be going up on the wall.
are they going to hold back and not open the gates?
That's a 30%.
That's a Jay question. I
That's a
don't
Jay
know.
question.
But they have to open the gates
At
to get
30%.
the water to the Owen Stevens and to get it to our faucet.
For us
So-
to use the water, they got to open the
They
gates.
got to open the
So
gates.
people see that and think, why are they letting the water go?
It's like, that's
That
how
they
it
will
gets
do it.
here.
That's how it gets to the tap.
Exactly.
But they
And
think that though.
I've
But
heard
the
the
water
same
going
thing.
over
man.
the water going over the saltwater exclusion dam there at Labonte Park. People are up in arms about that. It's like, well, it rained below the lake.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
what
to
to
tell
tell
'em,
you.
yeah.
You know?
They used to have a
Pump
ditch.
back
They still
up
have it.
down.
They still have a ditch there, don't they?
Look at
They do.
Oso.
Yeah. There's a ditch in front of the.
It makes
Country
you think,
club.
and I ran into Gabe Guerra yesterday. He was
Yes.
a Port Commission guy, and I said, I think we need to dig a lake in Robstown. He said, you know, I'm gonna put that past everybody, see how that goes.
They're doing that between McAllen and Harlingen.
Thanks for jumping
They're
on,
getting a
man.
refinery
Thank you, sir.
there, and they guaranteed them desal. Did you hear about that?
Okay, yeah.
Very interesting.
Well, they're doing desal down in Brownsville. Our old buddy Sean Strawbridge popped up.
Oh, he
They're
did.
probably getting their money from the former person at the port.
Must be very quiet.
All right, get
Move that.
No,
We'll get the Flower Bluff Flyers in.
well, y'all
Yeah.
have a great day.
Well, good. I hope you get to
Kim, thanks for
Kilimanjaro
jumping
and
on.
see the snow.
You guys ready?
I canceled it because April can't handle these calls. And
Test one.
And I think
Test one.
she is, but she doesn't have my demeanor.
Test one.
She-
Just making
she'd
sure we've
be
got the
like, I'm
recording
real
all
kind
set
and like,
for segment
you know,
2.
"Oh, it's okay. I'm going to bring you 5 gallons of water. April will be like, if you don't like it, leave. That's my daughter.
I think it's going to be. I don't think we're ever going to get to those. I really don't. And out here, 6,000 gallons a month. We only use 3.
So see, Bill Bessie was saying, he says, every time we have an El Nino, not once in a while, not sometimes. Oh my gosh, we got the Flower Bluff Flyers.
What's happening, guys? The whole crew. Barrett, what's up, man?
a couple of guys talking, and the rest of them.
Yes, go and jump around. There's a monitor that's right over there. If you want, you just turn the volume up on that little speaker that's sitting over on the side, so y'all can hear what we're
It
saying.
worked out good.
Okay, beautiful.
Thanks for having us back out.
Hey, anytime, man, anytime. Yeah, jump on in. And remember, they're side adjust mics, so talking.
You got to talk to them like that.
And then and you gotta get closer, eat the mic.
You should go.
But yeah.
Good to see you again.
We're trying to get it kind of small, so y'all might want to get it the rest of the day.
Yeah, put it in the shot.
All right. Yeah, so we're on YouTube on Island Moon Live. And so we're just going to record this in segments. First one will be about 11 minutes. And once we get down to the end, if it's either 3 minutes or like 2 minutes or 1 minute, I'll just kind of say something, hold that up, and then we'll just kind of rap to it and finish out with music. And kind of cut it then, and then we can take a break if y'all want to either switch chairs and move around, whatever, we can do that then.
It'll confuse everybody on YouTube, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best part. We make sure everything is good here. All right, any of you guys been on radio before?
No.
No.
Yeah?
Get close to the mic. Practice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like TV, only different.
It's a lot less scary than flying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
So what's the actual course name? What is it?
Hornet Aviation.
Hornet Aviation Program. I like that. That's awesome. Oh. Lauren says hi, Travis.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Look, there it is.
Okay. Clear this. 11 minutes coming at you. You guys about ready?
Bums, no need to say, thank God it's Padre.
That's right. Thank God it's Padre. And thank God we've got some brave little aviators with us. We've got the Hornet Aviation Program. Hello. Students, crew, everybody joining us here. Y'all want to just go through and say your names, starting with Barrett?
Hello, I'm Barrett Matthews.
Hello, I am Braden Alexander.
Hi, I'm Hayden Manette.
Caleb Harris.
Jolena Matos.
Jolena, nice. So, what drew you guys to this program, and how long have y'all been in the program? It's relatively new, right?
Yeah, this is the first plane we built. So, a couple of us we wanted to go to aviation, and one day I just saw this class on the roster. It was build a plane. I was like, you know what? Let's just give it a try. So I signed up.
That's awesome.
Caleb, how did you start that? Excuse me. Did you start up the program?
I didn't start it myself. The class started 3 years ago, so this is the third year. We just finished the third year of the aviation program, and I wasn't the teacher that started it. Mr. Hernandez did, and honestly, it was our leadership at the time, Miss Medley. Do I need to get closer? Yeah, Miss Medley, back then when she was principal of the high school, she really got the partnership with a company called Tango Flight going back then. And then Mr. Hernandez went on to bigger and better things, and I took the program over 2 years ago. So anyway, it's a 3-year-old class. I've been doing it for 2 years.
It's amazing that you can get something through like that with the litigious society that we have of people wanting to sue people. And it's like, because I can see like, hey, Mr. Caleb, could we build a boat, an aircraft? So is it a 3-year program, or is it just 1 year that they participate and get to fly? How does that work? Are they going to build another plane next year?
We've already started the second plane. It's supposed to be a 2-year class, junior, senior level class. It doesn't work that out really perfectly for everyone, because that does mean sometimes that, like, if you came in as a junior next year, you'll finish a plane, and then your senior year, you'll start a plane. But some people catch it the right way, where their junior year, they start a plane, and their senior year, they finish a plane. And so but it's supposed to be a 2-year build project. So we've actually already started on our second plane. It's in the works already.
And so for those that were joining us late or aren't aware of the awesomeness that is the Hornet Aviation Program, maybe some of you even saw it on the news. There's a program within the school, so it's an actual course that you get credit for, where it's a pre-designed build, right? Do you have choices of aircraft that you can build, or is it just kind of a set thing? Okay, and that's through the Tango Flight?
Yeah.
They do? Okay, excellent. And so what all tools are you guys using as far as building an aircraft? What does that entail?
It's a lot of rivets, rivet squeezers, nuts and bolts, and things of that nature.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's a lot of sheet metal, believe it or not. Everything just comes in one big box.
So it's like duct tape with like anything I build.
It's like expensive Legos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
So is it harder than something from IKEA?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's odd.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes. No instructions. Well, you have aluminum, and looks like aluminum, or is that just?
Yeah, it's aluminum.
It's a gorgeous plane. What about how do you go about doing this? You have an instructor from that company that helps you with that?
Yeah, we have a lot of volunteers from CCAD come in, so they work on the big, the Blackhawks and everything for the military. So they just kind of come in and help us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, professionals.
So what's their initial impression when they walk in and see what you guys are learning? What's their reaction generally? They just get pretty excited about it and they're like, "Oh man, this is neat." Are they? Because when I first heard about the program, honestly, I grew up in Houston. Like, we were sharpening knives and stealing cars. Like, you guys are building planes and just very constructive. But what do most of them say?
Most of them are, believe it or not, like surprised that they let kids build an aircraft. It's pretty rare.
Well, so before it was flown, it was inspected and approved by the FAA.
Yes.
Right. So so it's not like, hey, let's let these
let's just
kids
give it
do
a flight,
this.
see what happens now.
Yeah. The old high school try.
You don't have to spin the prop to get it going like back in the old days, do you? As a start.
Yeah, it's definitely an electric start. If people feel a little bit more comfortable knowing, the inspection process was 11 hours long.
Oh, I believe that.
So it was the FAA sent 3 inspectors out of San Antonio, and we met them at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I finished at 7 p.m. that night with them. So it was they did a very thorough inspection of the plane and asked lots of questions. That was a process. The students unfortunately didn't get to see a lot of that process, but I tried to report back to them about what was going on at the school, at the airport. But yeah, it is a lengthy process to get it inspected.
Who got to fly first? This
did.
guy.
Yes, sir.
Were you nervous?
Very.
Nail biter?
I was especially nervous when they make you sign the form that says, like, in the event of an emergency or a crash, it's like,
we will not be held as responsible.
Yeah.
I state your name. Yeah. So, do all the seniors get to fly, or juniors? Or how?
We have all had the opportunity to fly in it, and then some of the juniors who wanted to also had the opportunity. And even somebody who had worked on it the first year, he had come back and had the opportunity to try to fly in it.
Oh, that's great. So, if anybody say no, they're too scared to do it. A lot of them?
There was. We have about like 50 or 45 kids in our class, and only 7.
Yeah, it's kind of like skydiving. I think it's like you either do it or you don't. It's like, that's a good idea.
Not every parent's willing to sign off for their kid to go either.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of that. But I've always seen with the Flower Bluff School, like when they do, they make anything, like they had a thing with robots. They had to build. I swear the kids could make it from anything, all the wherewithal they have there, anything they found on somebody's curb. Like the appliances, anything like that, because the kids are so resourceful over there, and they're smart and they're good at building things. That's why it's so amazing that you could build a plane like that and actually fly it. That's really really cool.
Awesome. So this guy is this first plane is done. Where is it going to live?
They might not know some of the next steps. It was stressful enough just building it.
Yeah, most definitely.
A clarification that helps people understand the program a little bit better is the plane has always been owned by the Tango Flight Company, which is a nonprofit. You can find them online and see what they do. They've always owned the plane legally. I always have to remind people that the school didn't buy a plane. The school doesn't own a plane. It's owned by this partnership that we have with Tango Flight. And they will take the plane back. Actually, I believe today it will move over to Texarkana Junior College, where they will then do an inspection again on it, and then Tango Flight will sell it. And the nonprofit Tango Flight uses the selling of the plane to fund the next plane. We'll get another plane from them, and the reason they're able to do that is that they recycle these planes.
I don't know if you have an idea what these. I mean, it's a beautiful plane. What do they sell for? Several $100,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate. They actually didn't tell us how much it would go for. I can tell you that the kit, if you went to Van's Aircraft to buy this kit, it's about $126,000.
Oh, wow.
And if anyone wants to see what an RV-12IS sells for, just get yourself on the Chrome and search RV-12IS for sale.
I was hoping you get to have your own mascot, like a Flower Bluff Flyers or something like that on there, the Hornet Aviation, just kind of like they did with the Enola Gay on these World War II things.
Well, we did get to put our sticker on it for a little while, but they'll take the sticker off promptly when they.
Maybe somebody in the Bluff will buy it. That'd be cool.
Hey, they can contact tangoflight.org and see what it's available for.
That's awesome. So what kind of Barrett? What kind of instrumentation is in there on the dash? Is it all like old school gauges, or are you flying by iPad, or what's the deal?
It's a lot of new stuff. So we have like the newest Garmin avionics, and usually they have like an iPad with ForeFlight for like.
But you
flight
built this in the Bluff,
stuff.
so I'm assuming there's a fish finder on it.
Oh yeah, man. We got a sonar off the bottom.
There's a power pole. Yeah. That's too awesome. That's neat. So but it seemed pretty cramped in there, and you're a big dude.
Yeah, it's tight. It barely fits me, and I'm about 6'2", I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. So how
Thankfully,
long?
I won't get to fly.
Yeah. So how long was the flight? And you took off from where?
Yeah, we took off from KCRP, or the International Airport. We flew over our school. We did a little flyby, and then we went over NAS, and then over the bay for a little bit, and then back to the
no
airport.
loops or anything.
That's
or?
awesome.
No, we did some fun stuff over the school. We flew really low, did a couple
barrel rolls.
Yeah, no.
Tips, yeah.
I tried to get him to do it, but
Yeah.
Well, I was watching the flights on some of the flight trackers, and tell them what you did.
The CFI I was paired with, she made me just do a whole 360, like a really fast 360, and I thought it was really cool. She literally told me, "Here, you have the controls. Do a 360. No tutorial, no nothing."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They were really trusting. He's like, all right, you have fun, you fly it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be afraid I'd stall it, you know, and turn.
Yeah.
How funny! How funny! Awesome. Well, and what was your flight experience like? Was it what you expected?
Yes, I had never been in a small plane like that, so having the opportunity was really amazing. And we flew over Mustang Beach, so I got to see a bit of the water and everything, and it was just a really pretty view.
That's awesome.
Did anybody laugh, cry, and hurl, or anything like that? Anybody get sick, air sick? Because it's easy in one of those little planes.
Yeah.
No, it blows you around. You really feel
Yeah,
it.
I would
Yeah.
think so.
You know what doesn't get blown around is one of those nice diesel F-250s from Discount
for
Motor
sure.
Company. You know, if you need to go replace that old truck or, you know, just want to sell your car or truck, Frank wants to buy it. Go talk to Frank the Bank at Discount Motor Company. He's right there off of 6601 SPID, right between Turner's and the movie theater. And he wants to buy your vehicle. He'll pay $500 more than that big box store right across the way. And you know, go talk to someone who doesn't have to talk to 8 different managers. You just go in there, talk to Frank the Bank, and let him know that you heard about it from Island Moon Live. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Everybody hold fast. All right. So we are still live, and thank you to everybody watching us on Island Moon Live on YouTube. So hello, and if you're watching us later, welcome aboard. We're on our quick commercial break. Let me make sure all this stuff can get to where it needs
What are
to
some
be.
questions you want him to ask you?
Yeah.
I'm not picky.
Build process.
You get, build process.
We
What
can-
happens when we make mistakes?
We can start with the
ask
build. We've
mistakes?
got
you
two
can
more.
ask
A lot of us, believe it or not.
Yeah,
Okay,
a 10-minute segment, an 11-minute segment, and another 10-minute segment. So let's go. Let's start from kind of the back to where you guys want to end up. You know, either looking at professional careers or
Yeah,
further
who's
stuff
there?
in
Who's
aviation,
gonna be a
things
pilot?
like that. So let's start with the kit plane and then just move forward from there. Sound good?
Yeah.
Have fun. Okay, let's. And the mics are still hot, so don't talk any mess about
smack.
you know. Yeah,
No smack
exactly.
about some other school.
We all love Coach Steinbrook.
He's our favorite.
Yeah, he's our favorite, totally.
It's a nice play.
I'm watching my email to see if I get the notification that he's back up in the air. Chris,
Oh, yeah.
he's not in the air yet, but he's supposed to fly it today to Texarkana.
Pretty cloudy.
Yeah, he is instrument rated.
Oh yeah.
How long is the flight supposed to take? What are they expecting?
To Texarkana?
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be about a 3-hour flight.
Oh, that's not bad. What's the top speed on that thing?
Cruise speed's about 120.
Okay. It's like driving with my sister on SPID. All right. All that said, thank you for sticking with us, for all our friends on YouTube. All right. You ready? Segment 2, 10 minutes. Y'all set?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, here come the fuzz. This is Island Moon Live on 1440 Keys 98.7 FM, where we talk about things going on in Padre Island, Flower Bluff, Port Aransas, and the Coastal Bend. My name is Jacob Boggs, Tyler Thorson joining me, and we've got the Hornet Aviation Program members here. How large is the program?
There's 30 students in it this year. There were 30 last year, and a little bit smaller the year before. So overall, over the 3 years of the class, there's been nearly 80 students go through the program.
Okay, and like you were saying before, you get the plane as a kit, right? So it starts as just parts, and then
Yeah, just a couple big boxes full of sheet metal and hardware. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And is there like a DVD to follow? Is it like one of those AOL
No,
things?
it's a fat stack of just instructions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Tell them about the instructions. We love them.
Oh.
So how long did it take you guys to get used to decoding the blueprints?
It's you kind of get a knack for it eventually. Like starting out, it's a little tricky because everything's like labeled with letters and numbers. But once you kind of figure it out, it gets pretty easy. I'd say a couple months, maybe like 1 or 2.
So you just start with the fuselage on a rolling chassis. What does the build look like?
Usually start with like the aft of the plane, the control surface, and the vertical elevator, vertical stabilizer, and then we move to the fuselage and the wings and the engine, and you go out from there.
Okay, and then you get the engine just in a box.
Yeah.
And
Just get fully assembled.
Wow, that's so cool. What size motor is it?
There's a little bit of modification for the engine that the students had to do. I'm not sure which class did it. I think it was third period. I have names for all the classes. Sorry. Alpha.
Can you say them on the radio? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we just use the phonetic alphabet. I made them all pick a tango. So there's Tango Foxtrot, and there's Tango Zulu, and then y'all's class picked Tango Tango.
That's funny.
But the engine's a Rotax 912. It's a 100 horsepower, 4-cylinder engine. It does have to be modified because Rotax makes that for several different types of engines, but we don't make the engine. The students didn't make it, but we did have to do some modification and mount it and prep
Is there
it.
any extra cost, like a kid in band has to buy a saxophone or anything? Do they have to have a school fee? Nothing.
No.
Oh, that's
The only
excellent.
thing that we've had to pay for is the food for the field trips. Like,
That's awesome. What a awesome program. And I know, I believe there's even a program at Flower Bluff where you can get your drone pilot's license through that. You can qualify for the Part 107.
Yeah.
That's great.
Competition for you.
I know. No, these are the next generation of pilots that are jumping in to help me out, keep me up in the air. But yeah, it's been interesting on the drone end. Are any of you guys Part 107 certified? No.
I only have a trust certification. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
basic.
because I was curious as far as you're learning all the instrumentation, you're learning all the build, all this. Is a ground school any part of this? I know if you look at any FAA certification programs, you become an amateur meteorologist, right? You learn how to speak airport. So that way, when that's what part of ground school is. When you're now every time you get on a plane and you see those little runway markers, you'll be able to know what's going on. And once you can speak that language, it's just super cool.
And the guy with the ping pong paddles.
Yeah.
Taxi guy.
So what was the kind of funnest part about the process for you guys that kind of surprised you? What did you think? What was different?
I would say the ground school portion. I mean, I went in expecting to learn about AMP things like how to, use a rivet gun and all that stuff and the difference between, hardware. But a lot of it, I'd say about 50% of it ended up being ground school stuff like how to read sectionals, how to talk to ATC, stuff like that.
So how do you talk to ATC? What do they teach you about that?
Someone tell them the 4 W's.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
who you are,
Didn't know-
who you are, what you want, where you are, who you're talking to.
Who you're talking to goes first. Who you're talking to, who you are, where you are, and what you want.
What you want, yeah.
That sounds great. Well, Tyler Thorson, this is Jacob Boggs. We're here at our live at our Dock studio, Dock's Waterline studio, and I want some fried fish from Dock Seafood and Steaks right now.
I'm ready.
Yeah, ready for that. Maybe we'll get some appetizers or something after the show.
You can order down here for sure. That's amazing that you guys are you magnificent men and women in your flying machine. That is so cool that you're able to build that. We talked about. I said you made mistakes. You said, and what does a mistake look like?
Oh yeah, like for example, on the wings, there's how many rivets? A couple hundred, something like that.
A couple of thousand.
Yeah, a
I'd
couple
assume.
thousand. If you miss like one, if you shoot it wrong at the wrong angle, like in some cases, if you can't drill it out, you have to just replace the entire sheet, and you have to order a new one from Vans, and it can take up to a month to ship back, something like that.
Yeah.
And somebody did that?
Yeah, somebody did that.
Nobody right here.
Nobody here.
Yeah. We're all
That was
professionals
Tango
here.
uniform class. You don't want that.
Funny. Excellent. Well, then, so what all, you got rivet guns. Was there any welding or anything you did, or is all more just bolt and go?
It's all pretty simple stuff, like using the tools wise. It's all riveting and like drilling and like screwing, but you're never welding or anything.
Okay. And then setting the instrumentation. Are there, like transponders that you have to be in a specific place, and then everything has to go through, I'm sure, software updates, and then like zeroing all of it in, of course. Are there any like old school compasses or any, any old school instruments on board?
Fun fact: this plane actually does not have a compass.
That I would think that would be mandatory just because stuff can go out.
It has what's called a magnometer. It has you might consider being a magnetic compass, but it's just connected to the Garmin with the GPS system.
Okay.
It actually does not have what you'd call a water compass. It only has an
Head to
electronic
180
compass.
degrees, you'll get back to whatever. Yeah.
The students learned a little bit about the classification of aircraft. It is not considered a true aircraft. It's considered a light, experimental light sport aircraft. So the regulations are a little bit different. If you are a true airplane in the United States, you must have a water compass in the plane. This one just is too small to hit that requirement.
Interesting. So we're gonna get to a little more kind of further down the career line later. But after building something like this, like, is there any other kind of projects or something you guys are interested in doing next? Are you gonna try and build a boat, a hang glider, hovercraft? Like, yeah. What would you think a project would be that you would want to take on after this?
Desal plant.
Yeah.
No, what was it? We were in talk. We were thinking about trying to get our hands on a microjet, right? Or build one. It was just in the talks.
At the air show, we saw someone flying a microjet, like a 1,000-pound small tiny jet plane, and we were like, "That
like
sounds
that Tours
fun."
Light thing that I've seen that's real tiny plane like that little jet.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we would at the wings over South Texas. We saw a little microjet, a little single person. The jet engine was like would sit on this
It's like a
table.
microwave.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And we thought that would be cool.
That's
But
awesome.
you'd have to already know how to fly it.
Yeah, and I have lots of questions. I mean, jet engines are a type. Does it
Different.
Private pilots aren't certified to fly jet engines. Maybe I don't know. It seemed cool.
That is cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, we have about 1 minute left in this segment. But as far as the construction of the aircraft and then getting set, were there FAA inspections along the way, or was it just build and then one final kind of get it done?
No.
Yeah, no, not really any inspections along the way. We had contact with people from Tango Flight, and when we had questions, we'd often send them a picture and ask them. But other than that, no, we just had our CCAD mentors helping us.
That's awesome.
Oh, they helped you with the stuff like wiring and all that kind of. Because that would be. That's like finishing out a boat trailer. You're like, oh, it's not my job, or a boat rigging. It's like that's a skill that it's good to have.
I mean, the instructions did tell us, to the best of their abilities, but it wasn't,
Yeah, to the best of some abilities are differing, for some of us with limited capabilities. Yeah. That gets it there. Excellent. We're talking with the Hornet Aviation Program. This is Jacob Oggs and Tyler Thorson on Island Moon Live. We're going to take a quick break. Everybody hold fast. We will be right back.
Hell, I remember we were on 512, but we just got a little too big. Not too big to go out fishing, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's for used to be for people stealing reels off of fishing rods.
Oh,
That's pretty sad. Yeah.
No, we couldn't use metal because the metal would shear against the wires.
Or it's shorter.
Bird's eye.
Is that bird okay?
I think he's having a stroke. I think you got a hold of sweet and low packet.
Yeah. The grackles will do that. They'll fly in and grab the sweet and low and
Hold on a speed.
open it and just go crazy.
Serves him right. Yeah, she mentioned the CCAD mentors. in the next segment, if y'all want to highlight them, they're just incredible resources for me and them. But I'm new to this too, and so we really.
So you're like a student too.
Yeah, we really rely on our mentors, and CCAD has been able to focus on. When we were doing fiberglass work, they sent us composite help. When we were doing sheet metal work,
You
they
did
sent
fiberglass
us.
on this?
Yeah,
Little
we
bit.
had a couple of things that had to be fiberglassed.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty much everything we did was under the supervision of a professional in some capacity, either from CCAD or.
Oh, Mr. Doug.
Mr. Doug is
Awesome. All right. Well, let's jump back in. Let's see. About 11 minutes on this one. You guys about ready?
Good.
Stretch back out. Make sure to lean into your microphones.
Bounce my ass off that sandbar. I had tar between my toes. I watched the sunrise atop a sand dune. That's right, I'm one of those.
And welcome back to Island Moon Live. Welcome back aboard. We are here, Tyler Thorson. My name is Jacob Boggs. We're here with the Hornet Aviation Program. And during the break, you guys were talking about your help from NAS and from Tango Flight. Kind of describe how that program works and people kind of guiding you along the way and who all's involved in that.
Well, there's a lot of people from different areas. We have some people from CCAD on base, the rail station. Some people from the airport and other companies. We have Mr. Doug, who used to work for American Airlines, I believe.
United,
okay. Yeah, and he used to be a maintainer, so he knows a lot about maintaining and building these airplanes. And yeah, we just have a lot of help from a lot of people inside the city and outside.
That's awesome. And then, and all this was done basically kind of under an umbrella from NAS. Can anybody just get one of these kits and build it?
Well, no insult whatsoever to NAS. Our biggest partnership is CCAD.
Okay.
For the construction, NAS is a partner too. I don't want to sound like they're not involved, but our mentors that come and help us, the sheet metal work, fiberglass work. Even when we got the wire bundles and we had to stretch the wires through. Oh gosh, it's making me remember. I think you were a part of.
That was a big. We were a fish tape, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Well, I think Barrett and I were a part of when we got to a point and we realized we went through the wrong hole about 3 steps back. Yeah. So we had to pull those wires back through. But even when we did the wiring, there was a couple of days when they sent us avionics people. So CCAD was able to flexibly send us artisans based on where we were in the build project. There were a lot of help. The Army Depot was a lot of help on that. And then we also have, like he said, Mr. Doug. We have retired mechanics that come and help us when they can. We have a lot of help in our class.
I think it's really, inspiring to see our community has come together to make this build process possible and give us the leadership and mentorship that we needed to be able to do it.
I've never heard of any other school doing this. That's why I think it's how amazing is this that the Flower Bluff folks could pull this off and legally and all. It's just amazing that something like this can happen. I've never seen that before.
Well, and it's a lot more of a technically exposed age, right, for all the younger kids growing up. And I know Barrett, at one point you built your own simulator. As far as just kind of getting familiar with the instrumentation, or was it kind of modeled after this aircraft, or what all went into that?
I pretty much built the skid. I kind of use a lot of stuff I've learned here to kind of inspire what I built. It's pretty much like a square. It's kind of designed after the stuff they have at NAS. A lot of their simulators is like a center stick, a throttle, and then you wear a VR headset and you can use all the instruments through VR. So it's a great way. I use it to learn for training for my PPL. But,
That's awesome. So how far along on your PPL are you?
I haven't really started because
it's going to get
it's really expensive. But
yes,
I've been starting with basic ground school stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So is that? I guess that's the point. That's kind of where you're going. Is that you looking for a career in aviation?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try and go through the Coast Guard.
Okay, nice. I know a guy you might know who's quite the Coast Guard aficionado.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Dads are fun that way. Yeah. But awesome, man. So, and you're graduating this year, or graduated?
Today. We graduate tonight,
This
yeah.
is outstanding. Well,
Yeah.
congrats from Island Moon Live and City of Corpus and Flower Bluff. Congrats, guys. That's awesome. How fun. And so, what's next? What's next for you? Where are you heading after this?
So I'm already enlisted into the United States Navy. So after I graduate in October, I'll ship off to basic training, and then from there, I'm going to pursue a career in working on nuclear reactors on the subs. So I will go to training for that.
Excellent, excellent.
That's a smart young lady. She must have scored real high on that test.
Yeah.
That's where they put you in the
Yes,
nuclear.
you get to nuke school, they call you a glowworm.
Yes, I've heard. I've all heard a lot of the nuke
You know
jokes
what?
already.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I even just understanding the technology that goes into all that stuff is incredible. That's cool. You excited?
Yes, I had always wanted a career in aviation, but whenever I was presented the opportunity, I thought, well, I'm going to take this one. But after I do my training and get into the fleet and stuff, I hope to work on my private pilot's license as well.
Dan Grimspo will help you. He knows all about submarines and nuclear submarines. He's a local that comes on the show a lot, and he would be helpful for you to find out how that works.
Exactly. So, guys, now that you guys have been exposed to the field of aviation, do you think that's something you might want to do after this, or you're like, no, I'm good?
Totally. I do plan on becoming a pilot too. I plan on going to Embry-Riddle and the one in Daytona Beach. It's a Part 141 school, so it's a college and a flight school.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I plan to do right after high school.
That's cool.
Where are you going?
And certainly, I'm going to college in California soon after I graduate, and I'm planning on going to flight school there. And as soon as I can't do that, I'm planning on listening to the Air Force. So.
Outstanding. Excellent. Yeah, I've got a bunch of friends that have been all kinds of Air Force and Army and Naval aviators and Coast Guard, all that. And it's more of the exciting careers to ever hear about. When these people are talking about where their career has taken them and the adventures that they've been able to have and kind of the exposure to the world that has, and as their job. That's so fun. So with the next class and the new students coming in, are you seeing any kind of patterns? Are they all just kind of wide-eyed when they see the initial kind of build-out and what it all really takes, or what?
They're generally really excited to be a part of the build process, even if they roll their eyes at me when we have to deburr drill holes again, because that takes a lot of time, right? The students are a mix. I'd say majority of students, as you see here, are interested in being pilots. We do have several students that are not interested in being pilots. They intend to be mechanics. Several that intend to go to either Del Mar or some of the other A&P schools. So we are a mixture of interests with the group.
How do you score their tests? And if you're building a plane, what do you take tests on?
The bad rivet guy.
If you must know, if they participate in the build process, they pretty much get that grade for participating.
So it's like PE used to be.
Well, and then we do have, of course, the academic side where we're talking about aviation ground school.
Okay, so that you actually can test them on.
Yeah, and they find that stuff really easy and they love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
A
Really.
little sarcasm there. From the,
So when you're learning ground school, are you watching videos to do this? Are there pamphlets? Are you going through a set program, or who does the curriculum for that?
We use a curriculum from AOPA, Aircraft Owners and Pilots
Okay.
Association. They give us a curriculum that we use.
they don't have a ground school for dummies book that you can skim through?
That would probably be just as good.
That's the one. That's the one I took.
Yeah.
But they do. If you gave them the charts for your Cessna 182, they could tell you it's landing ground roll. So
Awesome.
Do
Excellent.
you get wings on your graduation hat or on your tassel?
I wish.
That'd be neat.
That would be
nice.
Maybe
so
for
awesome.
the new graduates.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
year's graduates.
I bet it was kind of interesting for the first students in the program to get through and not really be able to comprehend and see everything put together, and then just kind of over the 2 years watch it go. And then now you've got exposure on the news, and a lot of people know about the program. Is there a cap that you're going to have on the amount of students that are in every year?
Well, physically, we don't have enough space for thousands of students in the program. So we don't necessarily have a number in mind, but so we expect the program to grow a little bit.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it grow into something we maybe even need a I need a little helper, a second command with me to help me out with all this.
Yeah, I would be surprised with the great exposure and the cool kind of experience that comes with a class like this for it not to really be in demand.
So what if you had a competitor like if CCISD wanted to have Ray builds their own plane, you'll have simulated dog races. Guys, that's something that Flower Bluff ISD is totally different in. Whereas the Corpus Christi School District, there's probably some rule that you can't do this, can't do that.
I wouldn't know. I have to tell you, we in Flower Bluff, I've never worked for CCISD, so I don't know what goes on over there. So
that's wild. Well, excellent, guys, and thank you again for jumping in. We're gonna take one quick last break. But when we come back, we're going to go on and kind of hit a few events coming up this weekend, some of the last stuff that's going on in the Island Moon. If you want to read a little more about what happened with the Flower Bluff Hornet Aviation program, you can just go to islandmoon.com. Or I believe 2 or 3 different other media sources have done stories on this. That's excellent. Well, congratulations again to you guys, and thanks for jumping on the show. We're going to be back for one more segment after this. And I got to let you know, it's all about looking good, right? So if you want to be part of this awesome program, and be as sharp as these kids, you should probably reach out to Ted at Impact Marketing. He's got all the promotional products that you need, screen printing, embroidery, hats, safety gear, the whole 9 yards. You can reach out to him at 887-9300 or just go to impactmarketingcc.com to see all of the stuff that they do. Trinkets, pens, koozies, man, you name it, and more. You can go down to their showroom off of 423 Schatzel Street and go check out everything they have to offer, and tell Ted that you heard about it on Island Moon Live.
Sophomore.
He's only 15, yeah. 16. He's turning 16 this summer.
He's turning 16.
Well, that guy that was doing the helicopter flights, he says, he was still 20 years old. He had 1,400 hours in planes and helicopters. But his dad had the flight company, so that's it's
a little easier that way.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the hours in.
Yeah, it's pricey, yeah. Especially in helicopters.
Yeah,
fewer of those around.
You guys gonna build a helicopter?
Not at the moment.
We ain't got the room for it yet.
There is talk of, I don't know if the students are necessarily aware of this. I don't know if I've shared it, but there is talk of changing the type of plane that we build, maybe for our 3rd or 4th plane. They'll be long gone by then. I'll just say right now, I kind of just want to build the same plane again because we learned a lot, and I want to do it again. And
Oh, come on, do a crop duster.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
So Halo Flight bought this, is that right?
Tango Flight.
Tango Flight owns the plane. They've always owned it.
Awesome. Well, Dale jumped through all the last stuff. Was there anything else that you guys needed to say? I think we've got what we need.
No. Hey, thank you so much.
Outstanding.
That-
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Seriously,
That is so
appreciate
cool.
it.
You guys got to participate in it.
That was so
It's a
fun.
good
You guys
feel-good
did
story.
great, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all stopping by and being a part of the show.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Seriously.
Cool.
Appreciate it, man.
Right on.
Could she take one of your...
Yeah, that's what you're there for.
Yeah, I don't think CCID would.
I could see Portland or somebody doing
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
But the whole idea for this program was to feed people into careers at CCAD.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any careers at CCAD anymore.
But there are careers and fixes.
We need to get those guys back on. Their deadline wasn't it July? I think they had to have something done
Who's
by.
the guy that we talked to?
Oh, I forget his. He was one guy was from the chamber,
Like Skeet or something. Or
and
something.
another guy was from head of the task force.
Yeah. He was pinhead. Didn't have any experience.
But they had a deadline where they needed to get it done. I think it was July or something. We got one segment to go. What do we want to talk about?
Thank you all very much.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Like, stay in touch. If you got something else going on, let us know.
Yeah, maybe we'll probably more as the summer goes on. We're really cranking up our bond. So the bond officially is really starting to get
Starting to spend some money.
Yeah, a little bit. Really starting to make a difference.
Well, they're going to be starting football season here in about a month. They start 2 days in July, don't they?
Probably, yeah, late July. They work out all year round, but
Yeah.
the organized practices come later. But yeah, we definitely want to get on before football season.
Maybe get Now, did you guys change classifications? I think you were telling me somebody
We're
was
5A Division I.
and that's what you were before.
Yeah.
So you're still going to play mostly for the Valley schools.
Mm-hmm. But we've got Carroll and we've got veterans
What's
back in our
GP?
area. GP is 5A Division II. Small school. Let us know later in the summer. We'll come by and explain it all.
Yeah, that's a
Get
good
y'all ready.
idea. Yeah. We get football season going
Exactly.
after the Spurs
All
win
right.
the championship.
Thanks again, man.
Did they want to take this, or is this ours?
Oh, that's theirs. Here.
Oh yeah.
Take your
Oh,
photo.
guys.
Sirs, ma'ams. Want your photo? The causeway. We didn't have to use the cutter, which is awesome. But
Right?
it got bad last night, man. At my house, I took the dog for a walk, and holy smoly!
Yeah.
Is that true that Pedrick is changed the horsepower? I think it's true.
The what?
The saltwater legends.
Oh, they might have changed their rules. I saw some of the guys were here earlier.
Yeah, well, they changed it to one single 500 horsepower.
Really?
Total for the boat.
Huh.
You can't have two 500s.
Well, they do that with and the Bassers do that.
Well, the reason they do that is because these guys will fish on Port O'Connor and fly down to Mansfield at 110 miles an hour, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. They're all over.
All right. Right at about 9 minutes. We ready?
Yeah.
You know it's true. You gave me 6 brand new strings to sing the blues.
And welcome back aboard Island Moon Live. We are here at our beautiful Waterline studio on a gorgeous Island Moon Thursday. Dale Rankin, Tyler Thorson, and my name is Jacob Oggs. Again, a very special thank you to our friends from the Hornet Aviation Program for coming out and filling us in on the plane that they built and got a chance to fly. It's just an awesome experience, and a bunch of great kids. Looking forward to them doing some great things and repping the Bluff. We've got another fun issue of the Island Moon hitting shelves today. A bunch of them have already been delivered.
They have.
Right, and
I got an early start this morning.
If you missed a copy or you want to follow along with what we're doing, just go to islandmoon.com where issue 1154 is up. And we already touched on some of the seawall construction to begin after Labor Day.
One of the questions that I'm sure you guys hear and I hear a lot is how many people visit the island on a daily basis. So I went back through the Texas Department of Transportation website. They have traffic counters they keep around. And so I found a number for the average daily vehicles. This is through the year, not just tourist season, an average every day.
It's just an aggregate number,
of
right?
29, let's say 29,000 vehicles come over the come over the bridge,
Yeah.
and return.
So on a normal weekday with just locals,
About that. That's probably, but maybe a little
that's
less.
the average, because I would think
Could
holiday
be a
weekends
little
and
less.
everything stacks it up where it's a lot.
And 8 out of the 29,000, 19,000, whatever that percentage is, turn to go to Port A.
Oh wow!
So and then another 7,600 go to the beach between Packery Channel and Corpus Christi Pass, and then 3,100 go down to Bali Park or Access Road 6 and go to the beach.
We just experienced that
South
last
of there.
Sunday or whatever it was. It was nice, but there were certainly a lot of people out there until you got just past the bowl, and it kind of thinned out. But
thins out.
They were out. They were out in force. Lots of folks.
But going into Port Aransas, I found this interesting. 13,000 vehicles. So you have 19,000 turn on the SPID, but only about 13,000 of them make it to Port Aransas. So that tells you the rest of the people are squeezing into the Port Aransas beaches, and once they get the new access road that's due to come in on this side of the Corpus Christi city limits, it's going to open up that 7 miles of beach from Fish Pass all the way back up to near the county
And the
city
newest
limits.
access road is the one that's at the south side of Cinnamon Shores. So it's
Right.
just past the Spoonbill development.
Cinnamon Shores
and
south,
that,
yes.
and that new Valero that's going to be in there. And
Yeah.
someone had asked, I was looking through the several hundred comments on Facebook and on various things about the development of that Spoonbill intersection. And yes, there will be a light there eventually. So that's another place between here and Port A that you'll be able to turn left.
Yeah.
Aside from there, are they going to have a light at Cinnamon Shores, or is it just going to be
I don't
police
think
letting
we know
people out
yet.
on Sunday?
The goal when we had the developers on the show, they said their goal was to be able to get golf carts from Spoonbill over to the beach so you can get into town. Obviously, you can't drive on 361 in a golf cart, and so they're trying to find a way to get them across to the beach through Cinnamon Shore.
I was leaving Port Aransas on the way back from work the other day, and sure enough, I saw a cop with his lights on right outside the Texan, had someone pulled over, even though they have the signs that say don't drive your golf cart on the highway.
Yeah.
Yet you have to drive around the sign to literally get on the highway. And sure enough, man, this guy was going. You just got to shake your head.
Well, you can run down the beach, That's what I noticed it in Jace Tunnel's column this week. He was talking about doing, I think it was 20 miles or something like that on the beach on a electric bike.
On his e-bike, yeah.
And that's been on my list of summer activities. This may be the weekend before it gets too hot. Is get a e-bike in Port A and go across to on the jetty boat.
I did notice for those of us who like to go to Port Aransas, but I don't like the drive and the driving back.
Yeah.
CCRTA has the summer thing going on where you can, for $1.75, it'll take you from someplace by the courthouse all the way to Ingleside, and you can pick up another bunch of people and then go all the way to Port Aransas, and you don't have, it's $1.75 a person. That's
I
awesome.
couldn't tell from the route if it went all the way around the bay or if it starts downtown and it ends in Ingleside. Does it then turn around and reverse course?
No, it goes across to the ferry to Port Aransas.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I would do that.
And then from across the ferry, where does it go?
To Port Aransas, drops you off.
Okay, so you just into the line there?
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Crazy.
Maybe we can
Yeah.
get somebody from the RTA. We know a few people
One of
there.
the tourist thing that was pretty funny when I was living in Hawaii, they said, "Oh yeah, you want to save money on seeing all of Oahu? Yeah, just jump on the bus for $2 and take the tour all the way around the island." But they forget to tell you that it takes you through some pretty sketchy places.
Yeah.
It's
People getting on with chickens.
Yeah, some really bad
I rode
neighborhoods.
the bus to
And it's-
Mexico City
Yeah,
once.
some people said it's not the tour it used to be. But that's interesting, being able to get a ride on a beeline from here up to Port A.
Yeah, this time of year, I mean, I have not noticed the traffic this week has really picked up much. I thought with school being out, but maybe I guess this is the last weekend.
Yeah,
of
I think
a lot of schools.
Well, the Flower Bluff kids are graduating tonight, so
Yeah,
good for them.
And the weather's been kind of spotty, so once we get those 2 or 3 kind of good, beautiful days in a row, everybody's going to start heading south. And if you're heading south this weekend, Trashery Golf is wrapping up their statewide campaign with the beach cleanup on Saturday the 30th.
Yeah. That's at Padre Bali, isn't it?
Out at Bali Park, yes. Yeah. And the event runs from 9 to noon on Saturday.
There's another one, I think, in Redfish Bay. There's 3 or 4 of them around this area, but that's the only one I had an actual location for. And I had to call them to get that one. So if you want to, I went out to, we did a cleanup with the surf riders, Neil and them, about 2 weeks ago over on the San Jose Island. And the amount of plastic that washes up over there is incredible. We barely made a dent in it. And we filled up the jetty boat coming back.
Yeah.
So it just blows up on those jetties and gets down in those rocks. And there you could go over there and fill up several dump trucks.
And the trash is from all over the place, right?
Everywhere from up the Missouri River, to, all the lakes in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Anything that goes in the Mississippi River sooner or later finds its way here.
You see black walnuts and sticks have been chewed by beavers. So it's.
I found a couple of water bottles that had chunks out of them from turtles that I could tell, turtle bites. But it's really, I don't know what the solution to that is, but there's a
either
lot
quit
of
making
plastic
plastic
over
or
there.
quit dumping stuff over.
Well, there's a bill that it never got to a floor vote, and it's going to be hard to get passed, but it's to put deposits back on plastic where you turn them in. But I think the industry side that makes those things has probably got lobbyists that'll put a stop to that. They'll love it to death. It's a great idea, but it'll never get a floor vote.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good beach weekend, provided you go the high tides. I was noticing the forecast for the surf, 3-foot seas on Sunday, 2 to 3 foot. But the deal is the high tides will be high in the morning and they'll fall out during the day. So good time to check out, as Jay was saying, shelling and fishing.
Be a good day to take a ride on the Packery Queen.
Yes, it would be also.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're heading over you're on North Packery on the beautiful Packery Flats, just jump on the Packery Queen and take a gorgeous tour. The sunset tour is amazing. We've done that. It's
and
really
there'll be dolphins popping around.
Also, seen a lot of dolphins lately.
Wanted to throw out a very special internet sponsorship. We are powered by the Vortex Kitchen this week, so special thank you to Jay and Tyler and the Vortex Gay Kimmy Sue, the Vortex Kitchen sponsoring our internet today. Just keeping you empowered and keeping you powered up and hungry.
There you go.
Excellent. Special thanks to Kim Irwin, Jay Gardner, Lily Walker, Frank Floyd, Nick and Lee with the Island Blast, the Hornet Aviation crew, and their aviation program. And on behalf of Tyler Thorson, Dale Rankin, my name is Jacob Oggs. Everybody just keep it on Island Time. Enjoy your beautiful Thursday. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Tune in next Thursday, and we will see you on Island Time.
Promote it there. We don't have to do every show from here. We can still promote docks. We do every now and then. I'd like to do something maybe at Fisherman's Wharf and have one of the
captains
on. Talk about offshore fishing.
Well, that snapper's open right now.
Yeah.
Sure is. There's big ones.
And there's all kinds of topics we can do up there. We could do Beach Lodge too.
Yeah.
They just sold.
Let's go to the Seahorse.
The guy that
and special thanks to everybody watching on Island Moon Live.
The new owner bought Spaghetti Works.
Yeah.
And he bought Beach Lodge and another one. I can't remember what the other one is. We go up to Beach Lodge.
I'd like to go show up there at the Gut Bucket, at noon when the fish come in and they're throwing them off the dock over there. Deep Sea headquarters or someplace.
What time do they usually come back?
The 8 hour? They have a quick one that go out at noon. They usually come back at 3 on the other one, the 8 hour.
What time does the early morning one come back? Is it back by 11?
No, we're good.